on, everybody? Christian here with Everything Residential and Commercial. Let's show you how to build this beautiful pool house. We're here in Mesa, Arizona. Before we get into the fine details of what it looks like right now, we're gonna have to go back a little bit and start with the foundation. First things first is gonna be marking your building footprint. So me and Nathan went around with a string line and a tape measure and marked it with the pink spray paint you see there. Now, if you're gonna be marking stuff, you might wanna use a different color. We use this color because we're in the backyard. But we got Josh, my big bro, on the Mini X, and he's digging all the footings per the plan. I'm on the skid steer, picking up all the dirt and hauling it to our trailer so we can send it to the landfill. Now, I attached this blueprint here to show you what this specific pool house calls for per the engineer and architect. Once we have all the footers dug out, what we do is we get a hose and we start soaking it. Get a lot of moisture in there, and as you can see on the top right, that's a puddle of water. Get it in there and it soaks for a day or two, and then we can compact it. Once it's compacted, or we compact it after this, we have our form set up, ready for rebar. We pass inspection, and now we're ready for concrete. It's always a super exciting day when concrete's here. Shout out to Southwest Concrete. They provide the concrete truck and the pump. Now pause, you gotta make sure you protect your turf, especially on these $1 million homes. It's Wednesday, doing a concrete pour.
Concrete day, concrete day.
Going on vacation, right?
Think the whole office is going on vacation here this week, but take a look here to my right, guys. We got the concrete out here. We told them to give us a five slump, excuse me. Looks like they gave us a 7, but we're gonna work with it, play with it a little, let it dry, and see what we come up with.
So we tell the pump operator to fill up the footings first. That way, the first 10.5 yards, it can like set up and become a little bit more hard. So when we pour our slab, it's not gonna like ooze all out. And you'll see how we clean this up at the end. But as you can see right here, we have a screed board set up right in the middle, and we use that with a string line to make sure our slab is perfectly flat and level. And it makes it really easy to screed. So as you can see, we screed it real easily, pull the form board, and get the bull float on there.
As you can see, we got about 6 to 8 inches of gap underneath our slab. So what happens is when that concrete was being poured, it just kind of overfilled. So what we're doing now is, while it's still drying, it's not hard yet, we're just coming in, chiseling it and chipping away with all of our tools. So kind of go ahead and look around that. You kind of see all these chunks.
Does anybody like wheelbarrow concrete? If you like wheelbarrow concrete, go ahead and leave a comment. I'm expecting 0 comments here. But shout out to Southwest for keeping such a clean line pump there. It really helps us out. It goes up to a couple hundred feet. But we use and focus our manpower where we need to. So on these stem walls, we have Antonio here putting the concrete in place, get a hammer, get the bubbles out of there, and you have yourself a nice stem wall. Now as the concrete's setting up, we'll go ahead and power trowel it, get it a little bit tighter. We go around the edges and pull the concrete off the form boards so it looks good at the end. Now, back to this power trowel. What a lifesaver. Whoever created this power trowel, damn genius in my books, damn genius. Love it. We're on our hands and knees, and at the end of the day, it creates a perfect finish. Now on these slabs where it's gonna be covered by tile, it doesn't have to be perfect. It has to be flat, is what it needs to be, flat and level. We got our Hilti saw, cut some control joints in there. And we all know concrete cracks, but you can control it with some control joints. But here's a bird's eye view of the slab we poured, and it looks good. Tomorrow we're gonna pour footers for the patio cover. We're gonna dig that out all on the same day, and they can start framing, and then Wednesday they can start framing the patio cover. It's fine for a day. But that's kind of the deal. Over here we got our trench done. However, we blue staked it. We asked the homeowner, we didn't know where the pipes were at. So we nicked this pipe right here. We nicked this pipe. You can see the nick right there. So we got to get that repaired. And then down over here, there's a 3-inch ABS pipe, 3-inch ABS pipe that we scalped the top of. It's for the courtyard drain. So it's not like a sewer, it's just a courtyard drain that drains over here into this basin, and we just scalped the top of it. So we're gonna have to dig this all out right here. And tomorrow we have a bunch of boys coming over, and we're gonna trench this into our sub panel. That's the new 400 amp upgrade. We're gonna trench it right into the sub panel. For our other new sub panel, there's 5 sub panels on this house, 5. And then we'll be framing. So, see you tomorrow. So here's our patio cover footers. Real simple. I think it took probably 20 bags of concrete. The framers are framing on one side, and we poured the footers for the patio cover, and then we started finishing our trench. So our trench ended up being 120 or 130 linear feet. This is where our power is going to go into. There's no plumbing on this job. Our conductor is going to go in there. It's a 60 amp panel per the plan, but we put conductors rated for the size of a 100 amp panel so they can upgrade in the future. Now back to those pipes we broke. We did fix them. This is a little telephone repair for the PVC, and it actually ended up being a 4-inch ABS. Got that clamped up right there. Now the lumber company gave us all the wrong lumber. So we had to get all new lumber. What a nightmare. We're actually probably going to switch lumber companies because of this. It's third job in a row. They've really severely messed up. But this is all in one day. Our framers are very, very efficient and quick. The quickest framers probably in Arizona. And we rarely have any mistakes. Now look at that glue lamb. That's where our giant door is going to go. I want you guys to guess how much this door is going to cost. I'd be surprised if you guys get it correct. Okay, here's what we're dealing with. We have all of our lumber here, but we don't need that stack, this stack, and we're pretty much done with the other stack. And because of the lumber mishap, we are behind schedule, our personal schedule, by 1 day. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna backfill this trench in a certain area so our tractor can get through. And we are gonna clean up the job site. We're getting ready to pour concrete back here. Framers will be done today. They'll be done with everything. We're gonna pick up the trash, and we're gonna make the job site a little bit cleaner and get it ready for all the other trades. These guys are digging down a little bit for our slabs, so we can put some ABC in there. Electricians are on the job site running their electrical. Patio cover looks good. So this is going to be day 3 of framing, and these guys are moving really quick because of the lumber mess up. We're actually going to use a new lumber company. But check these out. These are Anderson 100 windows. Really, really high-end windows. I mean, they're like above middle of the road. I mean, they're like a B+, I would say. But as you can see, we put this Everbuilt paper up, and everyone's going to talk some smack about it, but we live in Arizona and get 2 inches of rain a year. But I like using that before we get our Schedule D felt paper installed with stucco, because I like the peel and stick, and I don't know how compatible that peel and stick is with felt paper. And then our stucco guy can come in after and put his felt paper in. But the Anderson windows look great. Now here is our very expensive door we got installed. This door is north of $15,000, but it's south of $30,000. So you guys give me a guess of what you think it costs. Leave it in the comments. To me, it's expensive. It's expensive for this kind of door, I would say. But it ends up really being, a main focal point of the build, so you can hang on the air conditioning and look over the pool, especially when it's 100 degrees out. But then we got our stucco contractor out there, Oscar. Oscar does a great job. Got it all dried in. Got our roofing dropped off. That way we can get the entire building dried in. Now here's kind of a bird's eye view of what it looks like with our roofers there getting that dried in. Our stucco guy there with his ladder getting his foam and lath in. Took pictures of all the paper installed for the inspector. And here's kind of what it looks like, and we're ready for inspection. So we have our pop-outs installed. All this is gonna get accented with a Catalina stone. Here's our stucco finish going right there. And Oscar does a really good job. Our electricians are done, got everything wired in place, got their main feed ran. And that's kind of what it looks like. We're gonna pour concrete on the next video, but this is what it looks like. We got our fascia boards painted. We are ready for inspection. So next video, you're gonna see some really cool stuff. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, leave a comment. Make sure you like, subscribe, and have a wonderful day.